Hi, good day. Ang subject natin ngayon ay PRE7, Accounting for Business Combination. So last time, diniscuss natin yung accounting for acquisition. Sa pagkakataong ito, magkakaroon tayo ng real-life sample. So ano yung sample company na gagamitin natin? So ang sample company na gagamitin natin ay ang Metro Pacific Investments. So, sino ba itong Metro Pacific Investments? So, ang MPIC o Manila Pacific Investment Corporation is a Philippine-based unit investment holding company of First Pacific Company Limited through Metro Pacific Holdings. MPIC, through its subsidiaries, provides water, sanitation, and sewerage services and also operates in real estate and infrastructure projects. It also invests in some hospital in the Philippines. So, itong Metro Manila Investment Corporation is a holding company. Ano ibig sabihin ng holding company? Ang isang holding company ay hindi pumapasok sa sarili niyang negosyo or product or service. Ang pinakang purpose ng holding company ay mag-acquire ng shares sa iba't ibang companies at mag-create siya ng corporate group. So yung corporate group na yon ay composed of different corporation na itong Manila Pacific Investment Corporation ay nakapokus sa infrastructures. So para mas maintindihan natin kung paano ba itong corporate group na ito, tingnan natin yung structure niya. Okay, punta tayo sa structure niya. So, ito siya, Metro Pacific Investment Corporation. Si Metro Pacific Investment Corporation ay 41.9% owned by Metro Pacific Holdings at listed din siya sa Philippine Stock Exchange. So kung gusto mo maging may-ari o co-owner ng MPI yung kanyang ticker symbol, pwede kang mag-acquire ng shares ni Metro Pacific Investment Corporations. So, ito yung mga may kulay na mga portions. Under Metro Pacific Investment Corporation, holding corporation yan. So, ang pinakang role niya o purpose niya, mag-acquire ng mga shares sa iba't ibang corporations. Wala siyang sariling product or service, instead mag-acquire siya sa mga corporation na involved sa water, toll roads, power, hospital, rails, and logistics. So, may others pa yan. Ayun, others. Kaso, dyan, wala tayong makikitang corporation under the Metro Pacific Investment Corporation. So, MPI na lang ang gagawin nating nickname sa kanya. Kung saan yun din naman yung kanyang ticker symbol sa Philippine Stock Exchange. Okay. So, mag-start tayo sa toll roads. Ano bang corporation yung anong corporation? Mag-start tayo sa sa water. Kasi hindi tayo masyadong familiar kay Metro Pacific Investment Corporation, kay MPI. Mag-start tayo sa mga business niya, sa operation niya, with concerns to water. Mga corporation na involved sa water. Okay, water. Okay, pag sa water, ito siya. Ito yung MPI. Ito yung mga water companies or water utility, involved sa water utility. So, generally, kapag 50% and above, yung ownership share mo, may control ka. So, ang tawag doon, subsidiary. Paano ang manner of accounting report and reporting, consolidation. Pero kapag below 50%, generally, ano yun? Investment in associate equity method. So later on, pagdating natin sa investments, i-review natin yung diniscuss nyo sa intermediate accounting. May kinalaman sa investment in associate equity method. Kung saan yun din yung way kung paano i-account yung yung joint venture. Yung discuss natin sa PRE 6. So, observe natin yung mga naka-broken line ay mga yung mga broken line ay joint venture at associates. Meaning, ang accounting para sa kanila ay investment in associate equity method. Pero yung mga 50% and above, ma-observe natin, yun yung mga subsidiary ni Metro Pacific Investment Corporation. So, ano ba yung mga subsidiary niya? So, una, we have the Maynilad Water Holding Company. So, narinig natin yung Maynilad Water Services. So, 51% owned yan ni MPI. Kung saan sa 51% owned ni MPI, subsidiary naman ni Maynilad Water Holding Company si Maynilad Water Services na subsidiary, si Philippine Hydro and Amai Water Solutions, 100% owned subsidiaries, fully owned subsidiaries. Then, meron pa siyang direct investment or direct share acquisition from Maynilad Water Services na 5.2%. Okay. Si Metro Pacific Investment Corporation, ito hindi natin masyadong familiar tayo dito. Wholly owned subsidiary niya si Metropac Water Investment Corporation. So si Metropac Water Investment Corporation, wholly owned niya si Metropac Cagayan de Oro. Yan yung kanyang mga operation. Metropac Iloilo Holding Corporation, kung saan 80% owned noon ang Metro Iloilo Bulk Water Supply Corporation. Sa Water G Business Solutions naman, 49% owned lang. So, yung mga yan. So, nakikita na natin, pwede nyong tingnan yung financial statements ni MPI para makita nyo ng buo. So, yung solid lines, yun yung kanyang mga subsidiary or subsidiary ng kanyang subsidiary. At yung mga broken lines ay mga joint venture or associate. So, ano pagkakaiba ng joint venture? Pwedeng hindi lang siyang may control. So, under ni Metropac Water Investment Corporation na wholly owned ni Metro Pacific Investment Corporation, broken line siya sa Water G Business Solutions. So, pwedeng dalawang business yung may control. Kaya, ang treatment sa kanya, joint venture. Pero kung ano lang siya, wala siyang control or may isa pang company na may control dyan, associate yun, sabihin, ang meron lang si MPI sa kanya through Metropac Water Investment Corporation ay significant influence. Okay? So, check naman natin. Toll roads. Sa toll roads, si MPI, 99.9% owned niya ang Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation. So, infrastructure project, roads, toll roads. Yung mga nahingi ng toll fees, ayan. Halos fully owned subsidiary niya ang Metro Pacific Tollways. Kung saan fully owned naman ng Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation ang Cavitex, Metro Pacific Tollways Management Services, Metro Pacific Tollways North Corporation, Metro Strategic Infra Holdings, Metro Pacific, and so on. Ayan. Dun sa wholly owned subsidiary niya, may subsidiary yung subsidiary niya. Ayan. South Bend Express Services, yung NLEX, 75% owned ng Metro Pacific Tollways North Corporation. And, ayan. So, ito yung narinig natin. NLEX. So, yan. Toll roads. So, itong MPT Asia. So, yan. Example pa, 44.9% could be an associate or joint venture. So, itong MPT Asia Corporation tsaka Metro Pacific Tollways Asia Corporation, yan, meron pa siyang sariling mga subsidiaries. Ayan. Sa Thailand, meron din sila. Toll roads. Own din niya ang tollways sa Indonesia naman. Indonesia naman yan. Ayan. Power. So, sa power naman, ayan o. Kung i-observe natin, si MPI, nag-create siya ng another holding company. 100% wholly owned subsidiary. Itong holding company niya ay yung pinakang magiging vehicle niya to control or to find or to acquire control dun sa ibang power companies. So, ayan, meron siyang broken line. So, itong MPI, yung Meralco, Manila Electric Company, is 35% owned by Beacon, which is wholly owned corporation by Metro Pacific Investment Corporation. Kaso, ano lang yan, equity method lang, investment in associate. Kasi wala pa siyang control. Plus 10% na direct ownership, bali meron siyang 45.5%. 45.5%. So, pwede siyang mag-acquire ng additional shares at pwede na siya magkaroon ng control sa Manila Electric Company, sa Meralco. So, itong Beacon Electric Asset Holdings, wholly owned subsidiary naman si Beacon Power Generation Holdings. So, ano naman yan? Naka-focus sa mga power generation. 56%. So, subsidiary niya si Global Business Power Corporation. So, hindi tayo ganun familiar sa kanila. Yan, Toledo, Global Trade Energy. So, wala na akong makita dyan. Familiar tayo. Okay. So, hospitals tayo. Mas familiar tayo sa mga hospitals. Ito si MPI. Si MPI, nag-create na naman ng holding company, Metro Pacific Holding, Hospital Holdings, Metropac Apollo Holdings. So, ang treatment dito ay associate. Associate niya yan. So, itong Metropac Apollo Holdings ay subsidiary niya si Metro Pacific Holdings. So, meron siyang indirect ownership dyan. Though, ang treatment niya naka-broken line siya. So, associate or joint venture. Pwedeng equity method. Itong 365% siya. Kaso wala siyang control. Kasi meron daw, sabi dun sa number 3, ayan sa footnote, subject to a call option, agreeing granting the holder of the option an irrevocable right requiring MPIC to sell all or portion of MPI shares in Apollo. So, pwedeng wala siyang control dyan. So, sa mga hospitals, ang Metro Pacific Holdings ay wala. So, punta tayo sa kasunod, Rails. Yan, sa Rails, meron din siya. Wholly owned subsidiary niya ang Metro Pacific Light Railway Corporation, Light Rail Manila Holdings, ayan, Logistics and Systems. Meron siyang subsidiary niya si Metropac Logistics Company. Hindi na ganun kapamilyar sa atin ang mga names dyan. So, yung others tayo. So, yan. Yung kanyang mga own corporations. So, doon sa inyong mga financial statements na nakuha, pwede nyong i-observe yung mga subsidiaries niya. From the separate financial statements, i-consolidate yun dun sa ibang financial statements. So, meaning ng consolidation, ipag-a-add lahat ng assets, ng liabilities nila, at mag-recognize ng non-controlling interest. Later on, magko-consolidate din tayo. Pero at least nakikita natin yung importance ng subject natin. So, paano ba yung reporting kapag ganyan na hindi na siya basta isang corporation but a group of corporations. Sa case na to, ang daming corporation. Ayan. So, balik tayo sa acquisition. Sample ng acquisition. Okay, sample tayo. Metro Pacific Investment Corporation through Metropac Water Investment Corporation through its subsidiary Metro Pacific Water International Limited, BOO Puni Water Treatment Plant Joint Stock Company, na-acquire niya. This, lang yan, by year 2019. So, yung data, andun siya sa kanyang financial statement. Page 11. So, ito yung event. Stealth acquisition of Bufuni Water Treatment Plant Joint Stock Company on May 14. Metro Pacific Water International Limited completed the acquisition of 45% outstanding capital stock of PNW. So, PNW yung subsidiary. Yun lang itatawag natin. So, 45% associate lang yan. Associate. So, ang method, equity method. So, kung equity method siya, walang consolidation. Hindi siya i-consolidate sa FS ni Metro Pacific Water International, tapos kay Manila Metro Pacific Water, hindi pa siya i-consolidate. Treated siya ni Metro Pacific Water International Limited as associate lang siya. Pero, sabi dyan, the transaction was completed through acquisition of 9.9 million shares from existing shareholders of PNW for 272 billion Vietnamese dong. Subject to price adjustment through an escrow mechanism depending on the fulfillment of certain conditions. This initial investment in PNW was accounted for as an investment in associate. Ayan, di ba? By year 2018, ang treatment sa kanya ay investment in associate. Pero, by year 2019, pursuant to conditional share subscription agreement dated March 21, 2019, which was completed on September 5, 2019, MPW acquired an additional 7.549% ownership interest for 78 million, which increased its shareholdings from 45% to 52.549%. So meaning, nag-gain ng control si MPW. So kung babalikan natin, itong si MPW International Limited, wholly owned subsidiary ni Metropac Water Investment Corporation, naging na siyang 52.5%. Last, noong 2018, hindi pa siya 52, so ang treatment sa kanya ay associate. Hindi pa, wala pang control. So dahil nagkaroon na ng control, ano na siya, i-consolidate na siya. So paano yung records natin ng separate financial statements ni Metro Pacific Water International Limited. Okay. So 52.549% with MWP acquiring control over PNW. This transaction was accounted for using acquisition method, yung business combination. In accordance with PFRS 3, PNW was fully consolidated from September 5, 2019. Below are the provisional fair values of the identifiable assets, liabilities as of the date of acquisition. Values are in millions. Total assets, 1.556 billion. Kasi in millions nga. Liabilities, 1.11 billion. So, ang total identifiable net assets at fair value ay 450. So, meaning, yung total net value anong company yan? PNW, 450 million peso. So, ngayon, meron pa siyang, so kung 52,549, meron pa siyang ilang percent sa non-controlling interest. So, 47.451%. 47.451%. So, 47.451%, ang sabi dyan, the non-controlling interest representing minority shareholders who did not participate in the additional share subscription was measured at the corresponding proportionate share in PNW net assets. So, proportionate share daw at the date of acquisition. So, ilang percent siya? 47.451% times ito, 450. So, makukuha natin ay 213 yung para sa minority interest, non-controlling interest. Tapos, yung fair value ng previous held interest, di ba siya step acquisition? By year 2018, meron na siyang previously invested amount. So, ang fair value niya na as of this date ay 454 million. 454 million. At nagbayad siya. So, ang ni-transfer niya ay 78 billion. So, $295 plus 450. Yung total value nung property. So, ang consideration niyang binigay is 78. So, nagbayad siya in excess. So, i-compute natin. So, kung may calculator kayo, compute din kayo. So, 450 yung identifiable assets minus 213 minus 454 plus 295 78. So, may 78 yung kanyang consideration na ibinigay. Sabihin na nababayad ay 78 million to acquire that particular corporation. So, ganun yung process. So, yung 295 million ay para saan? Yung 295 million, ibinayad natin for the synergy. Ibig sabihin, through business combination, yung kanilang yung pag-combine ng operation, so malelessen dyan yung competition, so mas madali yung pricing. Kaya pag namomonopolize yung mga businesses, so yung prices, kawawa dun yung mga yung gumagamit ng kanilang services. Okay, ipakita ko sa inyo yung computation. So, magkano yung consideration given? Diba last time, yun yung ating ginawa. Consideration given to acquire such control. So, nagbayad si yung company ng 78 million. Tapos, meron na siyang previously owned shares, ang value niya. So, kasama kasi yun to acquire control. Yung control ha. So, total 532 million. Para ma-acquire yung net asset, yung net asset na 450 less yung sa minority share, 237. So, ibig sabihin, nagbayad siya ng kasobrahan na 295 million. Yun yung para sa synergies. Ibig sabihin, mas magiging profitable yung ibang business nila through acquiring such corporation. Okay? So, hanap pa tayo ng example. Okay, so meron pa ulit tayong isa pang sample. Itong PT Nusantara. Na-acquire naman siya through PT Metro Pacific Tollways Indonesia, which is a wholly owned corporation of MPT Asia Corporation, which is a wholly owned corporation by Metro Manila Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation na wholly owned or owned by MPI. Yan siya. So, ano naman yung transaction? So, punta tayo dun sa transaction. Ito na siya. Diretso na tayo dun sa kanyang statements. So, total assets at fair values. Natandaan nyo, fair values. In million siya. 22,894. Total liabilities 6,721. Okay, so yung non-controlling interest at PT Nusantara level, so kung babalikan natin yung ownership niya, 76.3. So, ibig sabihin, ang non-controlling interest ay 23.7. So, 23.7. So, ito yung 23.7%. Yun yung 23.7%. So, ngayon, sabi kanina, ang ownership pa lang niya ay 53.3%. Kaso, as a result, PT and PTI was required make a mandatory tender offer. Mandatory tender offer. So, yung tender offer, bibili dun sa mga non-controlling interest ng shares. I-ano yan sa PSE ng Indonesia. Stock Exchange ng Indonesia. Sorry. Indonesian Stock Exchange. Kaya, 53%, kaso meron siyang mandatory tender offer, as a result, ilan yung hindi nag-participate. So, may hindi nag-participate sa tender offer na 20.04. So, 22,894 minus 6,721 minus 3,833. So, ang identifiable assets pa lang ay 12,340 times 20%, 2,472. 2,472. Kaya, ibig sabihin, okay, so yung total net assets na na-acquired ay 9,868. Tapos, yung consideration niya, yung previous na investment, 10,726 at 3,478. So, ibig sabihin yung excess na ibinayad ay for goodwill, 858,000. So, yun nga kanina, kaya dalawang beses, ito talaga yung kabuuan ng i-acquire na share, gawa ng mandatory tender offer. So, hindi naman ganyan ka-complicated yung gagawin natin later on. So, sabi dyan, the controlling interest representing minority shareholders who did not participate in the tender offer. Ibig sabihin may i-acquire pa talaga siya, yun yung magiging full ownership ni MPI gamit yung mga subsidiaries niya. Kaso, hindi pa fulfilled yung mandatory tender offer, yung pag-acquire ng iba pang minority interest. Kaya all in all, ito yung unacquired pa na minority interest. So, okay. Yan. So, yan yung isa pang acquisition. So, check pa tayo ng isa. Okay, so another example, ito nga. Another example, si Manila Pacific Tollway Corporation on itong sa Indonesia. Itong Nusantara, nakuha niya yung kanina. Tapos, huli owned naman niya si Energy Infra Nusantara. Si Energy Infra Nusantara, inacquire niya si PT Rizeki Perkasa Sejatera Lestari. Ayan. So, punta tayo sa transaction. Acquisition of PT Rizeki Perkasa Sejatera Lestari. On August 16, 2018, PT Energy Infra Nusantara, a wholly owned subsidiary of PT Nusantara, acquired a total of 84 million shares of RPSL Biomass Power Plant. So, siya ay Biomass Power Plant Company, representing 80%. So, 80% subsidiary siya. Ang consideration ay 115 billion Indian rupees, equivalent to 420 million pesos. So, yung kanyang net asset, 871. Net liability is 551. So, difference niya ay 320. Ilang percent ang non-controlling interest? So, 80% yung in-acquire natin. So, ang non-controlling is 20%. Times 20%, 64. So, ang nakuha nating net asset ay 320 minus 64, 256, 256. Pero ang consideration na binigay natin ay 420. So, dito na lang. 420. So, yung difference niya ay 164. So, yung excess payment nung nag-acquire ay 164 million. Goodwill. So, ang dahilan na naman, syempre, yung synergy. Kasi instead na mag-acquire ka from a different power plant, so diretso na sa'yo, sa distribution company na yung amount. So, nalaless natin din yung cost, mas nakakapag-create ng synergy. Yun nga, yung sinabi synergy. So, ayun o. The goodwill arising from the acquisition is attributable to synergy. Synergy kasi yung combining of assets and activities to the company, nag-create siya ng goodwill. So, yun yung mga examples ng synergy na nakaka-create ng ating companies or ng business combination. Okay, so anong ibig sabihin ng consolidation? So ito yung statement of comprehensive income nila. Check natin yung revenue niya. Power, toll operation, water, rail, other businesses. Di ba yung kanina, yung sa hospitals, wala silang control. Significant influence lang. So, associate yung treatment niya. So, associate. So, 73,499 ang total revenue. Hindi kasama yung healthcare. So, kung i-check natin yung kanyang financial statement, 73,499. Punta tayo sa FS na MPI. Maganda may downloading kayo nito. Though, i-add ko naman to dun sa notes niyo. Okay, 152. O, di ba? 73,499. So, yun yung total nung lahat ng companies na pinakita ko sa inyo kanina. So, yun yung purpose ng ating consolidation. Bagamat meron silang separate financial statements, ang gagawin, lahat ng financial statements na yun, pagsasama-samahin, kaya ang report na ay si Metro Pacific Investment Corporation, yung kanyang sariling assets, plus lahat ng subsidiaries. So, yun yung operation niya. Kaya, pag sinabing kinonsolidate, isang company, isasama na lahat natin sa subsidiary doon. Lahat ng profits, assets, liabilities ng ibang corporations. Ayun. Paano yung yung sa hospitals? Dahil nga wala naman silang control doon, na yun, ang pasok na niya ay dito na yun, sa investments. Long-term investments. Kasi nga, associate yun. So, sa investment in associates, ayan siya, associates. Dahil wala naman tayong control sa healthcare, sa MPHHI, so 16,695 yung ating investment in associate. Pero pag yung sa yung sa mga subsidiaries, i-add mo talaga yung asset nila, yung particular liabilities nila, tapos yung non-controlling equity, papasok dun. Yung sa Meralco din, wala naman silang control sa Meralco, investment in associate din. Tapos yung other, so wala silang joint venture, puro investment in associate. So, ganyan yung, ganyan yung treatment natin kapag sa associate. nakahiwalay siya as investment. Pero kapag subsidiary, iisa-isahin mo talaga ano yung cash niya doon, i-add mo sa cash ng parent hanggang mabuo mo yung consolidated. So, tingnan natin yung number 32 daw, si Notes 32. Baka may makikita pa tayo doon. Kaya maganda habang wag nyo lang basta basahin yung book. Kaya in-introduce ko sa inyo yung Edge Portal para para mas ma-realize nyo na yung ginagawa natin hindi basta aral-aral lang, ginagawa talaga yan sa tunay na buhay. And big companies, pwedeng sa future, ay kayo na yung gagawa niyan. Kaya maganda i-browse nyo yung mga yan. At least, habang nakikita nyo sa actual scenario, mas ma-appreciate nyo siya at mas mapapahalagahan nyo yung pag-aaral nyo na may purpose talaga yung ginagawa nyo. Hindi basta kayo nag-aaral lang at magsasagot. Ito yung gagawin nyo in the future. Especially kapag listed yung corporation na inyong gagawin. So, wala pa tayo sa notes 32. I-check lang natin kung ano meron doon. Note ano na to? 30. Oops. Narilula na ba kayo? Dahil pala pinost ko. Hindi, malapit na naman. Sige, post ko lang. Okay. Andiyan na tayo sa notes 32. So, andiyan na yung details niya. Kung bakit, anong reason, sino si Metropac Apollo Holdings. Ayun si Apollo yung tinutukoy kanina. Sabi dyan, Philippine Registered Company, which owns and holds all outstanding voting preferred shares issued by MPHH, entered into an agreement with Buhay SG for the issuance of, yan, basahin nyo na lang. So yan, thank you very much. I hope na-appreciate niyo yung ating business combination. From time to time, gusto ko sana na i-embed yung actual scenario dun sa ginagawa natin. So, thank you very much and I hope mas na-appreciate nyo yung ating pinag-aaralan. At sa mga susunod, ano yung mga considerations natin with regards to business combination. Again, thank you.